So, here in Seattle, hanging out at the bus, waiting to get picked up. Thought I'd go ahead and talk for a little bit. Let's go back to the year 1903. Forget it. Let's go back to the year 1870. Let's go back to that time and let's think about the Negro man still just accepting the fact that he had been freed of the hard servitude and led into a bondage of society that would now not have to accept him based on the way he looked, and that was a social norm that was acceptable, and it's still acceptable. I'm not going to get on here and act like times have changed. Times haven't changed. Only the scenery, only the fashions and the fads. And even those are just old things revamped and brought back in. But I'm speaking on this because the degradation of the black man's character, the black woman's character, from a time frame where in which before they besought to be thought of as simply as a human being and displayed through their own understanding of what they believe to be compassion and to be forgiveness through what they had been taught by people that had oppressed them. And the oppression isn't through the form of slavery, it's through the cruelty and the mannerisms in which the slavery took place. See, a lot of people say slavery's bad, slavery's bad, slavery's bad. Every job in the world is slavery. Everything has a sense of slave and ownership to it. So, saying that, like even to point out, my phone right now is the slave to me. What can it do other than record when I say record and stop when I say stop? But if I abuse the phone, not to say that the phone has feelings, but now have I gone out of my way? Yeah, of course. To throw the phone around and to smash it all up just to say I can get another one, it's highly disrespectful and it's wasteful. Above that, it's hateful. And that's what the people who are so-called Negroes experienced. They experienced hate at a level and a degree where in which no person can understand how somebody could be compelled to do that to you. I won't get all biblical and I won't get all spiritual. But history does dictate that the people were in which that were taken from the land that they call Africa uh, does not actually denote the land that the so-called Negro has originated and is from. Does that make sense? If it does not, I'll explain it like this. The Negro man, some people are making accusations that are backed up by swaths and swaths of information that people who look like me and very similar to are not actually, in fact, African people, but we are Hebrew Israelites, cursed by our God, the God of everything, the God that most people will even say is real, um, to be in the hands of our forsaken enemy. So saying what I'm saying, I guess saying what I'm saying is not to be malicious, not to be foul, not even to be mean. But the people that are here in this country are some of the most uncouth, unbridled, unscrupulous, and downright evil people that have ever existed on the planet. And their children, oh, taught even worse. And the children taught worse. Taught them that the only way to secretly kill them are to create rules that they have to break. Ingenious. Ingenious. Once again, if you create the condition, create the circumstance, people will have to do things that will become rules. Or become that go against the established order, that give way to making new rules to punish those individuals. Catch my drift? They have unchecked and unthoughtfully, carelessly, recklessly, whatever you want to say, killed, maimed, injured, tortured, an unknowable amount of people from all races and degrees. Just so happens that a whole lot of those people look a lot like me. Some darker, some lighter, but they look like me. That's what breaks my heart. That are people who could still be killing my people at a rate that is unquestionably high. So, let me give y'all the numbers in the rundown. African Americans make up about 13% of the population. 25% of the shooting victims are African Americans. So 13 translate to 25. Listen to this. 50%, so 50 plus, or 55%, excuse me. 55%, no, 50%. That's right. It's either 50 or 55, one of the two. But the better part of 75 or 80% of the gunshot victims in America are white and black people. More white people than black people. Obviously, there's way more white people. Now listen to this. White people still collectively make up 62% of this country, or what they say on paper. So that's the claim. If 62% of y'all decreases to 50% or 55%, shouldn't 13% decrease? You get me? I know it's crazy, huh? Yeah. Then Latinos, then all the others. Yeah. It hurts to know that peoples who don't even make up a whole whopping 15%, barely an eighth of the country, are a quarter of its victims when it comes to shooting killings of police officers. And before you go and say something crazy like, well, black people kill black people, well, who do you think kills the most white people? White people. Who do you think kill the most Chinese people? Chinese people. So on and so forth. The only people on this planet that probably don't kill more of their own people than anybody else are the Palestinians. That's it. That's it. Everyone else plays victim and victimizer usually to their own people. It's usually how it goes. Anyhow, later.